What's good, people? My name is Oluwasotimidayo Ejejimi, and welcome to my series, Future Marketing. We're on episode 2 now, and we're going to be talking about diversity and inclusion in music marketing. Diversity and inclusion is quite a subject when tagged to music marketing. Through the creativity of different artists, they can be marketed off to a certain demographic without realizing that others exist, creating a what about me effect. This happens especially when artists start to make music based on their cultural or racial hardships. Some people may feel it and can relate, others might look at it as a seeking attention tactic or might just feel left out as they are unable to relate. The song can be good, but the message in it carries a lot of weight the deeper the topic gets. This is an example of an artist I feel broke the boundaries between white and black cultural discrimination in America.
Screaming Black Lives Matter, all the black guys rather be deadbeats than pay your bills. Yelling this and that, call everybody get a nigga mad. With all disrespect, I don't really like you white. That's just where I'm at. Screaming all lives matter is a protest to my protest. What kind of shit that?
A controversial yet historical moment in music. This is a video that personally connected with me as well as millions of other people around the world. This is Joyner Lucas. The creativity in this was nuts, from the lyrics to the visuals. But why do I say the visuals specifically? If you noticed, they weren't crazy or edited weirdly. It was the message that was conveyed that brought the video to life. Him speaking on hardships from both sides, explicitly attacking problems from both racial communities was genius. And getting actors from both backgrounds to lip sync this made me feel it more. Made it more heartfelt. As a black man, there were still certain ways I would see certain topics until he shed light on them from another perspective. Both sides have point of views. This had a powerful effect, to say the least. That's me quoting LayedBakDFR as he did a trash or pass on the song at the time, and he passed the song. It was good. He liked it, and that was exactly his words on what he felt the song, conveyed, and it was really good. To me, the hug and show of respect to what each side was going through after a heated conversation in the form of a song was not only a historical moment, but a heartwarming one, not making one race feel superior to the other. However, there will always be people who don't see it that way. DJ Booth goes on to say, this particular Trump supporter is a garishly unsympathetic white man who, amongst other things, calls black people the N-word, minimizes the long-standing effects of slavery, and believes that black men were killed or are killed by the police because they wear gold teeth. He makes no attempt to blanket these offensive views in flawed statistical data or circuitous dog whistles. He simply recites these ideas candidly, speaking in a way that is so raw that Ann Coulter herself might blush at the lack of filter. Okay, it's a hot take, but I mean, it's a fair point. But I'd see it more as an educative video because to an extent he's not wrong about, certain things. But a lot, like I said, people would take it to offense in certain ways. So you win some, you lose some. Moving on, Kendrick Lamar, another rapper, had a massive political impact when he released his song, Alright. His marketing medium was YouTube. This video gave a sense of a battle cry against police brutality towards black people in America. Said by himself in the video, I was entering a new war that was based on apartheid and discrimination. It gave people a sense of unity in hard times being used as a protest chant. It's important to be inclusive and diverse in your music marketing, but be aware of your target audience. With music, I feel inclusivity is heavily dependent on the music that you're trying to market. The previous examples I've mentioned have been geared towards the popular white versus black cultural differences. There are different ways that artists choose to market their cultural diversity. For example, there are parodies of popular songs that are based on one culture. These can, however, have negative effects on those cultures based on certain stereotypes that were expressed. For example, here's a parody of Old Town Road done by David Lopez 5 years ago in 2019 called Old Juan Road.
I'm gonna get my car, take it down the road. I'm gonna sail till I can't no more. I got Tweety in the back, jingle bells attached, aguas on the rack. I'm not very hard to catch. Everybody loves elotes, they want to buy elotes.
It had its comedic value, so people would naturally be drawn to it. However, when people who have seen this video now come across Mexicans, they would have that image of them in their heads, which would either be taken positively and not as serious, or it could be taken to heart, offending the person of that culture. Another example is the Black People song by Z Flow.
Black people, I'ma steal your shoes. You better hide your wallet, cause I'ma take that too. Black people.
This song is very funny to me, but to other Black people or people of other races mentioned in this video, they can find it quite offensive, especially because if they do anything remotely related to any of those stereotypes, they could get called out for it, or worse. He did make songs for other races regarding their stereotypes, which I also find quite funny. I personally took it as a comedic yet educative way to highlight racial stereotypes with music. And it was marketed on YouTube in a simple animated format, which is almost like it was made for kids, but it most certainly was not. In hindsight, diversity and inclusion is key depending on the message of the song and the target audience. It is a much more touchy subject, especially in the realm of music, and especially when it is now being marketed. It can be hard for us as marketers to choose a certain concept that might be accepted by one culture, but another person might find it really offensive. And in those cases, or in some cases, things might start to get political. So yeah, that's it for episode 2 of diversity and inclusion in music marketing. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you were enlightened on some instances where diversity and inclusion can be used, the advantages to it and the disadvantages towards it as well. And I do hope you stay with me, because the next episode, episode 3, we will be talking about digital transformation in the marketing of music. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. We out.